In this video, I'm going to do some EQ and processing in the Rodecaster Duo for the 5-core retro style microphone. So if you are interested in that, I'd stick around. So right now I'm on the SM7B profile with no processing. I do have an air conditioner running, so you're probably hearing that in the background. But this is what it sounds like with no processing. I can put it on processing real quick and we'll see how this sounds on the 5-core retro with the SM7B profile and my processing. And this is the processing that I have on the 5-core retro style microphone. How does it sound? I hear a pretty cool sound, but I'm still catching in between the noise gate. I'm still catching that air conditioner running in the background. Let's go ahead and dive into doing just choosing dynamic, and then we'll go ahead and try to tune it on our own. I'm probably not going to do very good, not as good as these guys. So, but without further ado, let's jump into that. All right, so this is on the dynamic profile with processing. I have not done anything to it. This is just how the processing comes. I'm going to turn the processing off so we can see how that sounds. And now the processing is off, and you probably got introduced back to that air conditioner in the background. But this is with no processing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on. I'm going to go to like the simple processing mode, and we'll go through those, the depth, sparkle, and punch. All right, and this is what it does on the simple processing. It's already given, I'm looking at it, probably about 60% on the depth, about 65% on the sparkle, and probably around 60% on the punch. So this is what that sounds like. And then you can, let's go ahead and go in and we'll throw some more depth in there, and we'll just crank the depth up and keep going until we are all the way. Now the depth is all the way up, and this is what it sounds like with a lot of depth. And then let's move. I kind of like that. It might be too bassy, too boomy, but I won't know until I listen to it. So until I play it back, we'll move along to the sparkle. Okay, that's sparkle the way it's already set. And let me try turning it down all the way. And this is with no sparkle whatsoever. And this is with the sparkle turned all the way up. Gives it a little more presence, a little more sparkle. I'm going to go back just a little bit, like right about here. And then we'll move on to punch. Punch. I got to be careful about those plosives on this mic. All right, and this is where the punch is already set. This is what it's going to sound like with the punch all the way turned down. And this is what it sounds like with the punch all the way turned up. I'm going to leave it turned up for now. I kind of like that. So there's your simple settings, processing, the depth, sparkle, and punch. And this is in the dynamic profile. And then we can move along. Let's see. Let's try out the pod mic profile on the retro style on the 5-core. Hello? Okay. This is the pod mic profile, just the way it's been set up. We could go to a broadcaster. Oh, wow. This is the broadcaster. You probably can't even hear it. It's at 27 decibels on the gain. And this is the Rode Procaster profile. This is what that sounds like on the 5-core retro style microphone. This is the Rode NT1. So these are like condenser. Some of these are condenser microphones, and the gain is going to be a lot lower. So I'm going to move along. All right. And this is the RE20 profile. And this is what that's going to sound like. And now we're on the SM7B profile again. That's what I started off with. And those are your different sounds that you can get with the Rodecaster Duo on the 5-core retro style microphone. I don't think there's anything else I could do. I mean, I could go through, I'm not going to, that would be a really long video if I went through each and every profile and redid the processing settings. Let's go to, I don't know. I think I kind of like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into advanced and start going through and see what I like. So this is with the high pass filter on, and this is what it's going to sound like with the high pass filter off. This is the 5-core retro style with the high pass filter off. I'll go ahead and turn that back on. The de-esser, we're just going to leave that alone. This is noise gate. All right. So the noise gate is on. I'm going to go ahead and turn the noise gate off, and you'll probably hear that AC again. Do we hear that AC? This is with the noise gate off. All right. Noise gate's back on. Compressor, I'm just going to leave it alone. They're doing a good enough job, but you can go through and change them if you want. But this is what it sounds like. And the EQ I could mess with. I don't really want to change it, but let's just say for the heck of it, we'll take the mids and turn the mids off. All right, so now the mids are completely off. So that's probably like a neutral for the mids. And now I've got the lows off, and this is just the highs. And now I've got all of them turned off, kind of like going back to almost like no processing, except I do have processing going on. It's just not no EQ. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my EQs back on, and those are all back on. I think it sounds a lot better with them on. All right, so this is the exciter. This is the exciting part for me. So this is where you can bring in the big bottom, which it's already got. It's at 67%. The tune is at 90. The oral exciter, I'm going to leave alone because I don't have enough experience to mess with that right now. But I'm going to go to the drive, and I'm going to bump that up to 70. And this is with the drive at 70. If you go all the way up, you'll notice that it just gets really, really deep and really dark. That's deep. That's at 100%. All right, so I'll go back down and we'll leave it at 70. I think I'm gonna rock out 70. And this is the panning. I always turn the panning off just because I want that mono sound. I don't want stereo. Not all the time, sometimes. But I'm gonna leave that like that. And that is everything on the going through the advanced settings for processing with the 5-core retro style microphone. This nice shiny microphone. I gotta keep it really, you gotta shine it. It's like, if you don't, it shows up like instant. Fingerprints, dust, whatever. But there you go. There you go. That is adding another cheap mic, relatively cheap mic. Actually, let's check out how much this costs right now. We're just gonna go to Amazon. 5-core retro style. 5-core, you can get the blue, the black one with the blue pop filter inside for $37.03. Got to get that 3 cents. And then you can get, which one is this? Copper. You can get copper with a red pop filter for $49.40. And then they've got a gold for $54.60. Is gold with a black pop filter on inside. Somebody here? That's the bad thing about wearing headphones in a house where other people exist. You can't hear if they're coming in or not, even with open back headphones. All right, so they had more, but I don't see more. All I see is gold, copper, and black. So I wonder if we went to 5-core's website and looked there. 5core.com. Hey, and they got the chrome. Oh, sold out. The chrome in black, chrome in red, chrome in blue, and black and red are all sold out. Is there anything else that's sold out? That's a black and blue. So that is all that's available is on their website is the copper and the gold. Everything else is sold out. They're so popular. They look neat. And if you can do a little processing and make them sound cool, why not get one? Especially at these prices. The copper and red is $49.99 on 5-core's website. The gold is only on their website. The gold is $78.99. Didn't I say Amazon was like $54? Amazon gold. Oh, it's gold and black. $54.60. So theirs is gold and black. $78.99. 20 something dollars more. Like $24.99 roughly more. Don't quote my math, but there you have it. Decent mics, especially if you want that look. Might not sound as good as some other mics. They're also not as expensive as some other mics, but they have this look, and those other mics don't have that. That's all I've got. Just a quick one. I mean, probably wasn't quick now that I went and looked on the website and did all that stuff, but this is processing on budget mics with the Rodecaster Duo. That's all I've got for this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. If you've got any value out of it. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would really love that. And I appreciate anybody that does those things. I appreciate you even if you don't. I like getting on here and teaching and learning things that I've learned. I'm not the best, I'm not the master, but I like to share. So that's all I've got. I will see you in the next video. I'm out.